Hi everybody, my name is Tajan. I'm the founder of Tajan Renderis Coaching. I'm a career coach who works with people who are feeling stuck in their corporate jobs. And I provide retreats, workshops, and one-on-one coaching so that folks who are feeling stuck can actually go through the right kind of process that they need to go through in order to discover what a professional calling actually is and take steps to actually living it and making that transition. I'm doing a quick Facebook Live today because I wanted to talk to you about the top 3 career assessments that I think you should be using as you consider your career transition. Now, those of you who have been following me know that I don't really support career assessments as being the primary way for you to figure out what your next bold career move is, because I think they're way too linear and they don't take into consideration the multi-dimensionality of what it means to be a human being. They're just really linear and limited in what they can give you in terms of information. However, if I had to choose 3 assessments that I think you should take, these are the 3 that I think you can use in conjunction with self-inquiry, in conjunction with good coaching, in order to help you get the clarity that you need at the outset. Especially if you're feeling really confused and you just don't know what's next. You know that where you are is not quite right for you, but you don't know what the next thing is. So the first assessment that I'm going to recommend is StrengthsFinder. StrengthsFinder has been around for decades. People know it. It's based on a ton of research. I've never worked with somebody who's done StrengthsFinder and said, oh, the strengths that StrengthsFinder said are my top 5 strengths are not my top 5 strengths according to me. Most people find that it's spot on. Now, what StrengthsFinder will do is look at across several different strengths. What are your top 5? So for me, one of my top 5 strengths is restorative, which makes sense. So restorative for them, they define that as being a strength that among people who are really good at identifying problems and solving complex problems. They're actually good at really figuring out what's wrong and knowing how to fix it. That's a strength that I use all the time in coaching. It's a part of the reason why I love coaching. I love complex problem solving. So the strengths that I have from my StrengthsFinder are very spot on. So for $20, you can go online, and the website for StrengthsFinder is in the description of this Facebook Live below. You can pay $20 and get clarity on what your primary strengths are, what your top 5 strengths are, which is really helpful. Now there's another assessment which is similar yet different to StrengthsFinder that I think is really cool. So the VIA Character Strengths Assessment is free. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to register on their website and you can take the test for free. And what it does is it shows you what your character strengths are. It lists all of the character strengths that VIA supports, and it basically tells you what your signature strengths are, which are going to be the ones that are going to float to the top, and what your underused strengths are, which are the ones which are going to be at the bottom. And what they say is that, and what I believe to be true, is that if you're not using your top 5 character strengths or values, if those aren't at play and in alignment with the job that you're doing, it's highly likely that you're going to be unhappy with your job. And it's highly likely that you're going to be even miserable, especially if you feel like you can't get out of that job and you don't know how to do so. So for me, some of my top 5 character strengths are forgiveness and appreciation of beauty and excellence, among others. All very spot on, and all things that I'm actually able to use as a coach. So the other important thing to remember about knowing what your strengths are is, if you're in a job that you love, you want to make sure that you're actually using your strengths in that job, right? So getting clarity on what your strengths are will help you kind of make sure that you're using them. If you're trying to transition into a new job and you're doing a job interview and people are like, well, what are your strengths? You need to know what your strengths are. You need to know to not only articulate that, but give clear examples to potential employers as to how you've used your strengths, how you can use those strengths to this new job, You need to be able to articulate that like that easily, right? And if you're creating a new job, if you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, or if you're wanting to look for the perfect job, you need to make sure that the top values that you have, according to VIA character strengths, those top values, those top strengths are actually in close alignment with the values of the company that you're trying to work for, or in close alignment with the job that you're trying to create. Now, the third and final character assessment, or test, if you will, career assessment that I'm recommending is called My Next Move. And you can find this one at mynextmove.org. Again, the link is below in the chat description of this Facebook Live. And what this does is it allows you to figure out what your major interests are, and then it has a really sophisticated, cool database that is going to pair up your interests with potential jobs. And it also gives you a lot of information about those potential jobs. So it lets you know like what would be required for you to do, learn, know, and perform in those jobs that you might be a good fit for. So it's a really robust website. It offers several tools. I'm just mentioning one. So it's definitely something that you can and should check out. Again, top 3 assessments, StrengthsFinder, the VIA character assessment, it's free, and the final one is My Next Move. I'd love to hear which one of these tests you're planning on taking. Leave me a note in the comments. Let me know which one you want to take, and let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think about your results. And if you're needing additional support to navigate through your career transition, to navigate through the confusion of trying to figure out, like, I know I don't like this job, I know I want to leave, but I don't know what the next thing is, just head on over to www.tajanrenderos.com. That's www.tajanrenderos.com. And you can go ahead and sign up for a free coaching consultation. You will get something out of it. So even if you choose to not do any further coaching sessions with me, that's fine. You're going to get a lot of value out of that first consultation. So go over there. If you're in this position, go over there and let's talk. Let's set something up, and let's get you moving in the right direction with as little pain as possible. Again, let me know in the comments what you think, which test you're going to take, and how the results go. And that's it for now. Again, thanks for tuning in. Take care, guys. Bye.